Hey everybody, it's Strict9 with Strict9 GP, and welcome back to another episode of my Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020. And I'm playing as the Austin Peay Governors. We are all the way into the Final Four tournament. Had a big upset opening round. We were the 12th seed, took out 5 seed Tennessee last episode. So now we're going to go against Kent State, who honestly had a bigger upset, I guess, than we did. They took out 4 seed Michigan, and so now, if you look at the brackets, it's looking pretty good. I can't believe how this is playing out. But scouting report has us losing, even though they're a 13 seed. So the Magic may disappear today. This may be the end of the run. But man, what a season! And this is my first season as the coach here at the Austin Peay Governors. So we won the OVC tournament. Just great. If you haven't been following, that's kind of where we are. Amazing season, really. We're trying to get into that Sweet 16. That would be just unbelievable if we were able to do that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to play the game out, get to it. But I wanted to look at the detailed scouting report from our coach. And honestly, our coach is not the greatest when it comes to scouting, so I'm hoping that plays some part into this because he's got them favored 73-27. The only top team they beat was that Michigan team when they just beat in the tournament. But it looks like they kind of look a little bit better inside. Ben Martin has the advantage at shooting guard over their shooting guard. I don't know. I feel like it could be kind of more even inside than our scout seems to think. Although this guy Josh Bowen, 10 rebounds a game, that's pretty impressive. So they must have a pretty good inside game, but we do have the advantage on the bench. So let's go ahead. We're going to get to it and play it out. I'm thinking I might go balanced to start this out. I know I like to do that anyway because then, at least against a team I've never played, and just after a few minutes, make the adjustments then. It's going to be just total guesswork in terms of what I should do, whether I should favor outside, inside, or all that. So you look at the way their roster starting lineup here looks. They've got almost all juniors except for the I don't know if that's a power forward or small forward, but he's the only senior. So they may have a pretty good team here coming back next year. Of course, for us, if you followed along, you know the drill already. I mean, we are almost all seniors in that starting lineup, 4 out of 5. So I'm going to go ahead, pick the offensive crash boards up just a little bit. I'm not going to touch the pace right now, and I'm just going to start it off and see how we go the first few games here. So right away, they're called for a foul. We won the possession out the opening tip off, but throw it away. They make a good move inside. That might be what we're going to see a lot from them. Pass deflected out of bounds. And we missed that shot but get the rebound. Having a hard time getting a shot off here. Oh, finally, Anderson misses the shot but draws the foul. Some good rebounding there. And he misses the first one, makes the second one. I do not want to have to win this at the line if it comes to that. They're up already 4-1. Kickball on the other end. Jepson throws it away. So we got the jitters right now. I'm going to slow the offense down a little bit. And they drew a shooting foul, so he missed 1 and 2, but they got the rebound. And a big three-pointer. They're up 8-1. Out of bounds to Kent State. So we're having a hard time right now. And then Rushing called for the foul. 2.5 minutes into this, we're not looking good. And another foul, so that's going to put them on the line. He makes the first one, makes the second one. It's 10-1. Anderson finally makes the first basket of the game, but on the other end, we got a foul. So they're going to the line again. Misses the first one. That's our 4th team foul of the game. It's 11-3. All right, had to pause the game there for a minute. Now we got possession again. We missed the three-pointer, and they draw another foul. That's 5 fouls on us. Luckily, they're missing the shots. That's the only thing that's saving us right now. And we are cold. We are 1 for 8 from the line. Finally make one. It's 13-5. Mike Holland, coming off the bench, called for the foul. That's the 6-1. I think we're doomed here. Greg Edwards misses a shot but draws a foul. He misses the first free throw, makes the second one. It's a 9-point game. Luckily, they missed that drive. Now we're getting some fouls. They're up to 14 fouls. Edwards back to the line. Makes them both this time, so it's a 7-point game. And they make a big three-pointer. I'm just going to go ahead and favor outside at this point. It's 18-10. All right, 18-12. It's back and forth right now, 20-12. We had a little bit of a good run there, but they're back up by 10, up by 12. We're obviously outmatched here. Ah, man, I got to call a timeout. Well, I can't do it. So, oh my gosh. So I can't motivate the team, is that right? Entire team, I'm going to show concern. Players are showing some signs of life. That's unusual. Usually you don't get much from that, but that was our 7th foul, so they're going to the line now for the rest of the thing. They're up by 20. So this game is all but over. I think we should probably start shooting threes to see if we can get back in it, but man, they are just dominating. We score one inside. It's 32-14. I'm going to go up on that intensity. We're fouling anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going all the way up. And let's see, it was another foul. They're going to the line. Makes them both. 20-point game. Holy cow. Good play on the other end. We got the three-pointer, and then we're going to the line. And he misses them both. So it's back up to 19. They're so tough inside. It's going to be interesting to see how the scoring looks, but they're owning us inside, even though that was a pretty nice one. It's 40-22. I can't even keep up with the scoring. Another three-pointer. We're up down by 15. And they keep finding a way to score, even with their defensive intensity up. And we are 3 for 7 in three-pointers. Unfortunately, I feel like that's the only way we're going to get back into this game. 5:24 left. They're the Cinderella probably story in this one. That was their 16th foul, and then we throw it away. Another big three-pointer, 16-point game. If we could get a couple of misses here and get within 10, we're within 13. Good play inside, back to down by 11, but they score finally. 13-point game. Good play by Anderson there. And they throw it away. So I'm going to motivate the entire team, showing some praise after that. I mean, that was a good run. Kind of gotten us back into the game, but I'm still feeling really, really bad about this one. We throw it away. We could have gotten within under 10 on that one, but we don't. And they make a layup inside, and Ben Martin turns it over. So now we got our bench out there. They're up by 15 again. Three-pointer, we're down by 12. They have scored so many points. It's incredible. Now we're within 9. Another three-pointer. Come on, let's keep doing it. Another three-pointer. 6-point game. 8-point game, and we turn it over. We could have had that last possession and done something, but We closed the gap, but wow, 52-44. They are just owning us inside. Look at this, 26-10 points in the paint. Second chance points, we're doing okay. Fast break, pretty close there, but the big story is their inside shooting. They are 21 for 36 in this game. Been to the free throw line a few times more than we have, and we're 4 for 8 at the line. But 8 for 15 from three-point land. Billy Ford, a forward, he has 10 points. He's their leading scorer, tied with Nolan off the bench. And then for us, Jepson having a terrible first half. Grauer not doing too well. 2 turnovers, just 2 assists, and 6 points. Holland has looked good off the bench, probably because, Anderson, is he in foul trouble? No, he's just got a couple. So I'm going to keep doing what we're doing and hope that we get on a good run with three-pointers and get back in this game. But it's not looking good. It's down by 20. Ooh, we score first. It's a 6-point game. But down by 20, that's a hard one to come back from. So they make a three-pointer there. It's a 9-point game. We're still set to make three-pointers, and now they're up by 11. We hit a three-pointer. They're getting the rebound and a foul. So he's going to the line on a shooting foul. Makes 1 of 2, but we turn it over on the other end. And then another foul. Greg Edwards, his second. It's a 9-point game. And another foul. Come on, refs. It's crazy. 3 fouls right off the gate. None for us. Luckily, I think he missed that first shot, but it's a 10-point game again. And a big three-pointer from Grauer. They're playing pretty good defensively as well. I've still got that intensity up as high as it'll go. I don't think we can let up now. Even though the fouls are a trouble. And that's another one. He makes the shot, draws the foul. 4 fouls for us, none for them. It's a 10-point game again. And they make a three-pointer, 13-point game. Kick ball by the defense. Another foul. Is that just because we got the defensive intensity up? Do I need to bring it back a little bit? Good shot there. 9-point game again. All right, 7-point game. Turn it over again. We need to score here. This would be good. And we do. A 6-point game. And they score inside. Every time we get a good run going, they answer. I mean, they played a great game. Anderson, a good shot inside. He didn't draw the foul, but I'm still going to try to give the team some praise. I mean, we got it back within 6. They're not really paying much attention to it, but let's go back. And a turnover here would be nice. But they score inside. Their shooting is still doing well, even though it's an 8-point game again, but they're still shooting well over 50%. And we're having a hard time converting right now. Finally do. 6-point game. Come on, guys. We just cannot close that gap. We're down under 10 minutes to play now. Oh, good shot there. It's a 4-point game. Turn it over. And they called for a foul. Their first foul of this half. We got 9 minutes to go. First foul on them. Another foul. Maybe they're getting a little frustrated here. We score. It's a 2-point game, and they throw it away. Okay, 8.5 minutes. We could tie the game here. We missed the shot. We missed the three-pointer. Oh, we make it, and we're up by 1. Our first lead of the game. Oh, but a foul on the other end. I don't have it set to shoot threes. I did not check that in the second half, so it didn't do it automatically. Good play there. Grauer misses a shot, draws the foul. So they are now shooting under 50%, so they've gone a little cold. That was just their 3rd team foul, but Grauer, a pretty decent free throw shooter, but he makes just 1 of 2. And they're still having a hard time scoring here, but we are too. It's like back and forth. They throw it away. Turnovers 13 for us, 10 for them. So they've played a little bit better there. Ah, man. And they make it 3 to take the lead again. And they've ramped up the intensity just a little bit. Pass ball, kicked by the defense. We're having a hard time scoring again. And now it's 74-71. We turned it away. Now they're back up. We're going to have a hard time doing this now. Intensity all the way. And we're going to have to shoot threes. We're out of the game again. It's 79-71. Oh, gosh. Jepson called for the foul. I think it's done. We just got cold here at the last of the game, and I don't think we can come back now. All right, well, it's a 4-point game, and they make a 3. Martin misses the shot. Martin been pretty good so far this game. 5-point game. I don't know what we can do. We need a turnover. We don't get it. They get the rebound. Out of bounds, Kent State ball. I think we're probably going to have to start fouling. Ah, 6-point game. Oh, man. So we're not going to be able to do this one, I don't think. I'm going to have to call for a 3. We'll just see if that works. Man, this sucks. We came so close, and then they just ran away with it. They meant to win this one, I think. So Anderson got the foul. So we're going to have to foul. And what is intentional foul? We're going to have to intentional foul when they... It's a 4-point game. They're going to the line. He makes them both. I think that'll do it. Yeah, 87-84. Wow. We made a good run at the end, but that sucks. It sucks that this is how it's going to go down. I think we should have really beaten this team, but they just got off to such a great start, and that was the deal. That was the end of it. Look at the rebounds, 36-36. A lot of shooting in this one. We played a much better second half, but again, when you spot a team a 20-point lead, it's over, and that's what we did. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. We did outscore them 40-35 that second half, but just too little too late. Let's see. Jepson really struggled, just 4 points, and he's a guy who's coming back next year. So I really hope that, I think it's either Jepson or Rushing that's coming back next year. Jepson, the power forward, I believe. He had a good game defensively, but we need more points, I think, from that position. Outside, Martin had a good game. Grauer, Anderson, Rushing, Holland. I mean, pretty good. I don't know. Anderson looks like he was the best player on the floor if you look at his plus minus. Cunningham looked pretty good off the bench. Didn't score a lot, but made some good plays, few assists, couple. I don't know what else he did. Steal. He was got a lot of playing time, looked like it towards the end of the game, but 13 for 29 3-pointers. That was a big difference because we were 8 for 15 at the half, and we got cold on 3-pointers, and they started hitting them a little bit, and they hit enough in the second half to keep the pressure up and keep the lead. So that's how it ends. Man, that really sucks because I think that draw was so good. I mean, it's hard to beat that. What does it do? Okay, did it do something weird? No, here we go. So let's see. Do we have games today? Sunday, I think we will. Yeah, so we'll take a look at who makes the Week 16 from that. And so in the Buffalo region, Florida easily over New Mexico State. Kent State, they're going to be playing Florida for a chance to go into the Elite Eight. Amazing. Davidson, a big win for them. So they're a 10 seed. They had a good draw as well after that big upset over Connecticut. Wichita State. So it's going to be Wichita State. They beat Villanova big. So this is really an upset bracket here for sure. And then in Kansas City, you got Louisville easily over North Carolina State. Temple, 3-point win over Gonzaga. Kansas beat Oklahoma pretty easily. Arizona, 1-point win over Michigan State. And then in the San Antonio region, you got Iowa over Illinois. Pittsburgh, 3-point win over San Diego State. But in this one, you got 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's pretty good. Arkansas, a big win over Northern Iowa. So they're I think, a team to watch. This could be Arkansas could be the team to coming out of this region in San Antonio. Kentucky won but barely over Butler, and then the last region, Spokane, you got North Carolina, this 1 seed win, Seton Hall, a little bit of an upset over Maryland, and then you got Wisconsin winning easily over Nevada, and then Oregon, a big upset over Oklahoma State. So we're going to go ahead and get to the next rounds of games. I think I might be able to advance further than this, but we'll just see. So it's Wednesday. Maybe it won't take too long. So let's go ahead and play this one out, and we'll see who made the Elite Eight. I'm seeing a couple teams there. So now looking at the grid, it's going to be Florida, big win over Kent State. So Kent State, their Cinderella season's over, but wow, great season for them. They were a tough team. Just really handed it to us. And so it's Wichita State over Davidson. So at the end of the day, I mean, it could be the 1 seed coming out of this region for the Final Four. And then the Kansas City region, Louisville, again, still winning, beat Temple easily. Kansas over Arizona. So you got the 1 and 2 seeds coming out of this one. That should be a great game. And then San Antonio region, you got Iowa, big win over Pittsburgh. And Kentucky, I told you, Arkansas, 21-point win over Kentucky. So now they've got a chance to make the Final Four going up against Iowa. And then big upset here, Seton Hall over North Carolina, Wisconsin over Oregon. So you got Wisconsin, 2 seed, 5 seed in that one. All right, so here we go. Big upset already I'm seeing. Kansas beat Louisville. Now, what's it doing here? And so we're going to play the other day's game out, and let's see, Wisconsin, they're going to be in. So now let's take a look at who made the Final Four. It's going to be Florida easily over Wichita State. Probably no surprise there. Kansas, though, they get the win over Louisville. San Antonio, Arkansas, they lost. Iowa, 1 seed, they won pretty easily. They must have a great defense. And then Wisconsin. So now we look at the finals. It's going to be a 1-2, 1-2. So, I guess a couple of, we were Cinderella as far as I'm concerned to win that first game, but looks like a couple of Cinderella teams in the mix, but none to make the finals. It's really hard to make the finals here. So here we go. It's going to be, I think it's going to be this day. Is it Tuesday or is it next week? So we're going to have to keep simming ahead here. And I'll look at some of the other tournaments too when this is over. It's still getting a little bit ahead of myself. All right, so this is Saturday, April 1. And it's Iowa for sure. So let's see who's going to make that final, the championship game. 28 points from that guy, man. So here we go. Uh, So it's going to be Kansas, big win over Florida. So it's going to be Kansas and Iowa for final for the final, and Iowa, big win, 68-67. So that's how it went. So great year for us. I mean, I can't believe how good it was. And we got another Jake Harriman. It looks like Jake Harriman is going to be joining us. Let me look at my recruit class. So Jake Harriman, good power forward there. Two stars already. It's got some good numbers coming out of high school. So in all honesty, I feel like we had a pretty decent. I think we had a pretty decent. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit. I'm seeing some names here I haven't seen. So we had a pretty decent recruiting class. I really think so. I mean, if now this is the thing that I don't understand yet, but I'm still thinking this is how this works. And if you're some veterans of this, you can let me know. But the rating is their current rating, right? So it's not their potential rating; it's their current rating. So we have a 3-star guy is good enough, I would think, to start as a freshman in this league. So I'm hoping that's what that means. But we're going to find out when we get into the next season, when these guys officially join the team. But I saw something here, a Final Four recap. Let me see what this does, and then this will probably be how we end the season. It just goes through all the different games. That was a big one, though. I can't believe we had that upset over Tennessee. And really, it would have been nice to beat Kent State, but it's just too much. They deserved that game. All right, so this is going to go through every game. I'm not seeing a whole lot of, like I say, on those other regions, I didn't see a whole lot of upsets. It was the region that we were in that was really pretty impressive. All right, so that's how this season ends. So I think I'm going to keep going with this with the Out of the Park 21 now in baseball. I've got a playthrough going with that on my channel as well. I may not put out as many videos with this one, but I still want to keep it going because now I think the challenge is real because I won as much as I did and I had the season that I had really because we had a lot of seniors on this team. We were rated really highly, I thought. If you looked at the roster, I mean, some guys here like Grauer, Martin, they had really good ratings, rushing even though he didn't have a great season. So, I mean, I felt like we had a good team coming in, but with those 4 guys gone, this next season and beyond, that's going to be on me. And so it's going to be how well I recruit, how well I handle some of the in-game stuff, which I feel like I've learned a little bit throughout this season, but that's going to be more key next year. I think it's going to be more key that I pay attention to the team that I've got and work on the practice plans and the strategy so that those two match up with the team strengths matching up with the strategy. So I think it's going to be pretty fun, I've got to say. And this was a really cool year. 25-8, 14-4. These guys, they've got to be pretty happy with me, honestly. I've got to this is probably not going to do anything until I come back, but I'll probably sim ahead through a few things and then recap and maybe do some recruiting offline, and then I'll come back as we're getting ready to start preseason for next season, and that'll be the next episode. But hope you guys are enjoying this. I really am, and I appreciate you staying with it. And I like the likes that I've seen, the comments, the views really have been pretty nice on this one. But I will see you next episode. Thanks for watching.